Chief Justice Burke.
Yeah.
You are.
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. President.
Well, I understood you called yesterday on the New Year, and I should have called you.
Well, not at all.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to...
How you feeling?
Oh, just fine.
Yeah.
You look fit.
Yeah, well, we got my gosh, did you go to the game by chance? No.
I haven't been to...
I never go to those games because, tell you why I don't, is that whenever they're sellouts. I went to one, Oklahoma, Texas and Arkansas about 3 years ago, and the problem was that it really caused so much commotion because over 100 people have to go when I go, 60 press and 40 Secret Service. Well, that just takes 100 seats away from people that just die.
Take some of the fun.
And if you could see it on television, I went up to Camp David and I just saw it up there.
Well,
I was working up there anyway.
The instant replay is much better.
It's the only way to see a game. Of course, there's something to the excitement of hearing the audience there.
Well, I haven't gone to one for years. I usually I spent it yesterday just the way you did. I was down here at 9 o'clock. Worked all day.
That's right.
Even missed the game.
This is the time to actually, in these periods like this when people are all gone. I'm just been in the office today and yesterday, and you can just get up. You get a lot of the paperwork done that you just have put aside. Say, well, I'll do that someday when I get a few minutes.
I wanted to start the year with a clean, empty box.
I do it every time, and my box is just as clean as it can be.
I unfortunately didn't get out all my opinions, but I got all the little stuff out of the way. So now the decks are cleared for another.
Now you got your mind cleared so that you can make the big decisions.
We'll have some ones coming out pretty soon too.
Oh boy,
I've been struggling with this pornography thing. I don't know I don't know how we're coming out, but I'm coming out hard on it myself, whether I get the support or not.
You're right. Well, I feel, of course, I'm a square. I'm like Alan. I'm a square.
I'm
on that. I mean a square in the sense that I've read those cases when I did the Hill versus Time thing, and because it relates to the whole freedom of the press thing, and let's face it, they've just gone overboard. That's all. It's always a question of balance. Maybe you can. They say they go back to these 16th century stuff and say that well, what's wrong with that? That was great art. Well, the stuff today is not great art. The stuff today is has its purpose. What is that term that they have? You have
a redeeming social purpose.
Yeah. Good God.
One of the biggest frauds.
That was a Brennan opinion, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a phrase that emanated from some of the campuses in this period. And
redeeming social purpose.
This means that if they have one of these outrageous orgies, then if they mention Vietnam or the condition of the ghettos, that redeems the whole thing.
Oh boy. Isn't that something?
Well,
what else do you have? Do you have other decisions? Is the busing thing coming out, or?
No, that's way down the road.
That's good. The longer the better.
The longer the better is right.
Right. Maybe
we've been into that.
Maybe we get some legislation passed and get it out of the way.
We've got. I think things are coming in. I get impatient, but they're coming. And by the way, this young fellow, young now for you and me, he's 12 years, Rehnquist, is a real star.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
He's good.
Well, we'll try to give you one day, if we ever get a chance, to try to get another one.
Get another fellow.
I have no ideas. I understand that you remember General MacArthur's famous statement when he spoke to the Congress. I'd put it a little differently for Supreme Court Justice. Supreme Court justices never die and they never fade away. Right?
You've got to get some young fellows up here and not any more 60s like.
You guys are all right. I mean, my guys in their 60s are great. The Berger, Blackman, Powell triumvirate. But I'll tell you. But let me say, I agree. I think one of the problems in the Congress. I was looking over a list here of our Republicans, and good God, I mean, we've got people over 70 that I hadn't realized. I mean, Les Aarons, Bill Wood, and all and so forth. They're too old. They're too old. You know what I mean?
You can't keep.
Not because. Understand. Up until I think you could, frankly, in a court, I think you can serve, say, to 75, because it's a different kind of a thing.
The pace is different.
But at the Congress, I think the House and the Senate, you ought to be out of there by 70. Because, that's a murderous thing down there.
That's the big reform that needs to be had over there. It's just getting some vigorous young guys in their 40s.
Nobody should run for the House if he's over 40, because he can't mount anything. Run for the first time, I mean. And nobody should run for the Senate if he's over 50 for the first time. Now, you see, because you've got to be in so you can serve 20 years. I've been trying to preach this. George Bush is going to help a lot in that respect. He's a great choice for chairman.
Well, he'll be an attractive guy to attract candidates, young.
Well, you see, we got Bush in that point, and then Brock is going to be the Senate campaign committee man. He's a young, vigorous fellow, and Bud Brown, the son of Clarence's son, who was just bright as a tack. He's going to do the House job. He's a big, smart, not nearly as abrasive as Clarence, and almost as smart. So I think we'll have a fine team getting candidates this time.
Well, it's mighty nice of you to take the trouble to call back.
Well,
we just wanted to leave our greetings.
Well, we'll see you on the inauguration. I mean, you're the guy that has to swear me in,
Yes, the vice president I talked to the other day. I guess that tradition has varied with the vice president. But he called me, asked me if I'd do it, and I said yes. I'll do two for the price of one.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
actually, what happens is that the vice president actually normally does pick somebody else. I had Nolan swear me in 56. I don't know who did it the other time. I've forgotten. Nolan did it in 56. But it doesn't make it's a matter of it varies, and I think it's really neater to have you do both.
Yes, it reduces one more body on the platform.
That's right. Hadn't thought of that.
That space is going to be premium.
That's right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you.
We're looking forward to seeing you.
One of the beauties of my oath, it's very short. His is quite long. His is the same. You know the difference. Did you know there's a difference?
Yes.
His is that long, and that you give to senators. But mine is very short. I just swear to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States.
It's about 7 lines long.
Yeah. I can remember that. Okay.
Good to talk.
Bye.
Bye.